Hey guys, back again. It's me, and you part two of my other video. Samurai Jack season 5, episode 3, part 2. Remember, I'm doing this back to back. I'll put a link down for the other one later in this video. Anyway, let's get started. Jack, after surviving his onslaught with the daughters of Aku, he tries to find a way to keep moving forward and survive. I've The animation itself, especially when it comes to the blood and the degree and the violence, that was definitely one of the best things I've seen. The fact that they were able to do that much. I mean, we've seen before Jack get cuts and scars. They always heal up and stuff. This time is different. We get to see him actually bleed. And the trailer, this is like the trailer, we knew we were going to get blood. Remember, this is going to be handled by Adult Swim, so there's going to be what you call there was going to be no lack of time, no what you call sensitivity, there's going to be no censorship of the blood, this is going to be full on mature content. The way Jack, the fact that he kept moving, even when he had the knife in him, this is a very good episode, because we get to see its development, the way that Jack struggled with his identity, the way that he was struggling with, with the pain, we get to see that he is, really, really lost with himself and in conflict. Like, for example, when he was hallucinating again, and not only envisioning the horseman of death that was after him, also we get to see him talking to himself, and the guy and himself was saying, "Hey, you survived worse. I mean, and this is about not about you not, and this is about you not about getting hurt. This is about that girl you killed. Now the fact that he killed that girl. This is the first time he's taken, alive. Really, it's not just a robot." And the way he talk, the way his other self talked, like corpses, like the way we take life, like they're talking about them together, and the way they made him look like it, the way they shaped him out to be this, and he had these pointed teeth, this shows that this is the other side of Jack, the side of him that's the warrior that keeps, but the other part of him that's struggling with his own inner darkness, the last episode, the other one wanted to die because he wanted it all to be over. This time, the fact that the fact that he's here because he tasted blood, like there's this bloodlust or whatever, the fact that he killed a person now kind of changes things, and now he's gonna, how he has to kill the other daughters of Aku to survive, we get to see flashbacks of Jack and his back as a kid, his father's the Emperor, how his father, the Emperor, killed a whole bunch of assassins who was ready to kill him all at once, he even gave them a choice, a choice, your choices brought you to, leave and you shall live, stay or face your destiny. That's the line straight from the trailer, and according to the assassin, he was using Bushido, and he knocked them all. And he defeated them all relatively quickly, Jack even got some blood on his face, and for Jack as a poor kid to see all that, remember, he got to see his father kill someone, covered in their blood, but his father let him know that the choices we made reflect on their character, It's not okay to take a life, but you know what you have to do, to keep moving forward and survive. We get to see development on all sides. We get to see Jack, as he tries to heal up, try to stitch his wounds, I can't believe how badass he is, we get to see him bond with that lone wolf, the one from the last episode I told you about, the one who fought those 3 giant green tigers, the fact that he still survived and the blood and everything, eventually they bond or whatever, a little bit, they share wounds, they try to help each other out, which I mean, they both concede. They're both kind of the same, Lone wolves trying to make it out in the world, trying to survive, being hunted by these things that are like bigger than they are, In a way, they kind of reflect each other. We don't get to see the wolf again, and for the rest of the episode, but we get to see that Jack, he wants to live, he wants to survive, and he wants to keep on going. However, he knows that he know what he has to do. Even though they are human beings. The daughters of Aku. He didn't ask to fight them, but he knows he has to defend himself to keep living. And we get to see the character on all sides. We get to see the daughters of Aku after they survive the temple, dragging the body of their dead sister. They say death is failure. How cold they are. And they got on tracks trail very fast. They're hunters. They're trained to do one thing: kill Jack. And that means they're trained to like hunt him down. We get to see how they react to certain things. Like for example, when there was this deer, that was foresting around to get this other deer. They thought the deer was probably one of them, someone who worshipped Aku because it had horns. But those were just his antlers, because the horns of Aku and stuff like that. He thought that the deer was gonna kill the other one, but in fact, it was just a male and female deer, getting close. They were like confused to this emotion. I don't understand. Remember, these girls, they know nothing of the real world. Remember, in the beginning, like in the first episode when they were going through their training, there was one girl who stared at the outside, saying that like she never felt that before. Like they were born in a cave, so they had no idea what was going to happen. And so, but she wanted to go outside. However, her master, which you call stopped her. I don't know if it's her mother or whatever, the leader of the cult or whatever of the daughters of Aku. He stopped her, and then just made her get punished just because she wanted to go outside or whatever. They were these people. They're still people. They still have feelings. It's just that they were trained and hardened. They were kind of like how Jack was, but these girls were trained at birth. Jack had some happiness as a child before Aku came and ruined it all for him. I'm thinking he was like around 10 years old or whatever, or something. We don't know exactly what age, 5 or 10, but he was very young. That's for sure. And Jack, when the hunters of Aku catch up with him, he gives them the same choice that his father gave to his assassins. And, leave and you shall live. Stay and face your destiny. And they say, stay is your death, Stay is your death. Come out, samurai, so you can die, And Jack, he systematically just wipes them all out, and he has no armor at all, and the way he does it, he just uses his sheer skill. He'll use his own weapon to get things. Sometimes he even uses his bare hands, This was one of the most brutal episodes ever, and also one of the best, with the blood, the violence, I really enjoyed this episode, but you gotta mention, man, how twisted Jack has gotta be now. The fact that now they just killed the lives of one person last ago, but he took the life of 6 others, He took the lives of 7 girls, 7 different people just now, It'll probably wane heavily on his soul probably later, but it shows that Jack, he knows what he has to do, These people are out to kill him. They're not here to play nice, And he's faced assassins before. This just adds to his character. And I gotta admit, I feel sorry for these girls. They didn't ask for this all to happen. They were just forced into this situation. However, the daughters of two are probably the most powerful and deadly of assassins that Jack has ever faced, And not to diss any of you, but these girls were new characters, I feel sorry for them because they were both good, but they were also bad because their lives were twisted in such a way. I mean, what could have been, And when one of them died, just cursing out Jack's name, saying that you are weak and you shall die, and Jack just lets her die, that was, and he just stares with this blank look on his face as she falls, and Jack too is also gonna fall, Seeing this, it just leaves it open to what's gonna happen to Jack next time, These 7 deadly assassins were just probably the first, what else will we see Jack, when he goes through his journey, Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Thank you. If I give these 3 episodes, I like them all. Very good. I give them a thumbs up because of all the content, all the stories and everything, and especially when he did the animation and the blood. That was just awesome. I'm sorry if I'm giving away too much or spoilers. I just really like the series. That's all. Anyways, this is Sullivan Annals gave my latest review on episode 3, season 5 of Samurai Jack, part 2. I'm out. See you guys next time. Bye. Alright, see you later.